What's up guys, Luke here with Luke's Points and Miles. And this video actually started with me talking about my credit card strategy for 2024. And it quickly changed when I started writing down change number one and why. See, change number one was to lower annual fees, starting with canceling the American Express Platinum card. Once I started noting all the reasons why I'm going to cancel the card, I realized this topic may need its own video to do it justice. So in this video, I'm going to go over all the reasons why I'm canceling the best credit card in the game. And I'm going to get right to it. First off, the cost. This card cost me $890 a year. And for me and my income, I think it's too much for the value it brings. Value, Luke? The card comes with so many credits, you actually come out ahead. Yeah, kinda. I'm going to talk about that, and I'll talk about each one of these credits and why I either don't like them or I just don't need them anymore. See, I just want to travel in style with my family for the best value possible. So is this actually the right card for me? Let's start out with the benefit that I've enjoyed and really loved using, the Fine Hotels and Resorts credit. Great program, and I've used it several times, but it's $200 when I pay cash for an expensive hotel room. This is what I've learned over the years. I would not have ever used cash to book a hotel room if it wasn't for this credit. So I can say unequivocally that this benefit has encouraged me to overspend. I even had a situation one year where I booked a room with FHR and I had to cancel that reservation, and the following year, Amex recouped their $200 credit. It was my fault. I didn't use the credit, but it still made me feel bad that had I known they were going to take that $200 back, I would have used it for something. And that was pretty much when I knew that I didn't need that credit. I was ready to force myself to use it. Using a credit for $200 on a hotel room would have forced me to spend on other things like food, Ubers, time off work, and I realized that I really didn't need one of my favorite benefits. $240 entertainment credit. This one's really easy for me to justify. $20 a month for the Disney bundle, and I really don't have much to say in the way of this credit not being for me. The only thing I could add is there are tons of shopping portal bonuses and other ways to optimize spending on Disney Plus. So although this one is an easy $240, I can get a lot of value even without the Platinum card. $155 Walmart Plus credit. Everyone likes to laugh at this one, but I've definitely used the Walmart Plus benefits. Free shipping comes in handy for children's school supplies and some other niche purchases, but let's face it, no one's going to pay for this. So if it goes away, it won't be missed at all. $200 Uber Cash. Most of you know that this can be used for Uber rides or Uber Eats, and most of you that watch the channel, you know I hate this credit. I don't order food in this manner unless I'm forced. I do use the Uber credit when I travel, but I also discovered that it doesn't count for Ubers overseas. So while I do get some value from this, I won't miss it at all, because part of this cancellation is to get rid of having a monthly or biannual checklist, and it will give me the option of using Uber or Lyft or public transit. $200 airline fee credit. I've been able to liquidate this one just fine for flights, but at the end of the day, I'm just prepaying for flights I might take. I want to have a year of no paid flights for the entire year, and having these credits, again, that are prepaid, only encourages me to go spend more money that I may have saved otherwise. $100 at Saks. Listen, I'm the first to admit that I love the men's shaving products that I buy at Saks, but let's get real. No one will miss looking around for something that costs $38 before taxes and shipping on Saks.com. I won't miss it at all. I can buy shaving cream somewhere else. $300 Equinox credit. I don't even want to talk about it. I've been going to gyms for 25 years and I've never even seen an Equinox gym. $189 clear credit. Now here is something I actually really value. I will have to find a way to pay that yearly fee, so if you have some discounted options, put them in the comments below. 5 times on flights is great, and I do put a lot of spend on my Platinum card, so if that has to move to a 3 times on a Chase card, there will be less points on the board, but not enough to be a real consideration. Gold status at Hilton and Marriott. I've never gotten any value whatsoever from gold status at Marriott, but I do value the food and beverage credit for gold members at Hilton. So that could be a concern if I don't have any other way to have status at Hilton. I'm not going to give it much thought because at the moment I am Diamond at Hilton, and if I lose that status, it would likely be accompanied with a desire to stay at different brands of hotels anyway. This one is one that I bet most folks have not really considered. Check out the terms and conditions on the Amex Platinum when it comes to trip delay insurance and trip interruption insurance. These benefits are for round trip tickets and the fact that I almost always book one-way tickets. It's just how I get the most value for my points and miles. I don't mind returning on a different airline if it has a better route or a cheaper price. So I've been flying around unprotected for the most part. There are travel cards that protect you even when you fly one-ways, and one of those is something I've been considering moving towards. Now we get to what I've always thought was the most important benefit at all, the global lounge access. I will admit this benefit can be priceless, but I asked my wife the other day, when was the last time we were in a Centurion lounge? In July maybe? But it's less and less these days. I've visited the Capital One Lounge in Washington, Dulles, and Dallas, and I've been to a few Priority Pass lounges, and I also realized that when we fly international business class, we already get lounge access. I think I've been to a Sky Club once this year, and we've really flown Delta a lot less, and mostly just short direct flights to New York or Atlanta. But this is the biggest factor. If I go to a Centurion lounge now, not only do I have to pay $195 for an authorized user card, but they want to charge me for my son. For someone who isn't wealthy, like me, paying $50 for a bowl of cereal can sometimes hurt. I'm going to gamble on having enough lounge access without the Centurion and Delta Sky Clubs, which, I mean, they are both crowded anyway. I think my last Centurion and Sky Club visit, they actually made me wait in line. I have news for you, Amex. I'm not interested in being so exclusive that you make me wait in lines. The lounge access could be the one thing that would bring me back to a platinum card one day, but I want to see how much those lounges actually matter and if Priority Pass and other lounges can make up for it. Any other factors? Listen, Stan the Credit Frog said the other day that when you get older, you need to get rid of the complications because the older we get, the more complicated life gets. That was paraphrasing, but it's a great point. Stan talks about the coupon book fatigue, and I think I'm feeling it, and I'm also feeling as if I've been manipulated into spending more than I ought to. Now, don't get me wrong, I have no regrets. I've made amazing memories in the last few years with the Platinum Card, and the annual fees and the travel really have not impacted me financially. But I get the feeling the math is funny. Like, which is better? Spend $2,000 to make $5,000, or spend $0 to make $3,000? 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, right? So why not make things simpler? This attitude towards simplifying things in my life and in my credit card strategy will be a theme in 2024, as I have plans to make a lot of major changes as far as which cards will be sticking around. I'm moving away from high annual fee cards and more towards flexibility. Less benefits and more points to use as I see fit. I don't think I need the perceived value from all the status and access that I've received, and I'm moving towards less loyalty in this game. Here's a question for you. After canceling the Amex Platinum, which card will be my primary travel card? What are you using to book your flights right now? Guys, if you want any information about travel credit cards, check out my card link in the description below. Using the link really supports the channel, and it allows me to continue to deliver you these unsponsored videos. And if you've already used my link, I sincerely thank you. As always, guys, if you've stayed around all the way to the end, I thank you, and I appreciate every single one of you.